Hello, Cancer people and placements. Thank you for being here on this reading. Actually, I have just recorded your reading, but it corrupted the file, which I feel like is probably a message in and of itself, just on the fact that during your reading, I was talking about this kind of need to be very careful on what you're getting yourself involved in and take a slower time. And because I was rushing and I restarted my computer, it crashed the file. So, more than that, right before that as well, my Botswana agate crystals chain broke, which Botswana agate rules negativities. And more than that, we also pulled Amdusius in your reading, which was a demon or spirit associated that has a unicorn head and associated with thunder. And that same thunder message repeated in a different oracle card I pulled out, which was about you proclaiming your voice. This is not a time for you to listen, but a time for you to speak. So we're going to get an extra little reading for you guys. Definitely. There was some kind of, there was like sweet results waiting for you in your contracts, but there was a need to be very careful and who you get involved with, because there's the contracts, everything that Saturn rules, which is the only direct planet at this time. There's a need to be very careful about what you're getting yourself involved in, what you're hooking yourself into, and because we pulled the coagulatio card for you. But I digress. Let's continue and start over afresh. You could feel like something's repeating in your life as well at this time. Let's dive in. There was something about coming out of groupthink as well. Cancers. Cancer people in placements, most important in messages for the cancers at this time. Cancer people in placements. Cancer energy, please. They want me to pull from that other deck. Yeah, closing door, completion is where it was on top of that deck. And we were talking about you moving through some kind of conflict. Could have been regarding finances or self-esteem or self-love. Cancer people in placements. Wow, that's just way too many. We have the moon opposing Neptune today, so miracles are headed your way, though. So maybe that's why we're redoing your reading, just to let you know that miracles are headed your way. There are new opportunities, new contracts, new people. We saw something about you having to defend yourself or contemplate that. You will be glad you passed this up, is another message here as well. We have jealous close friend. That was in the reverse, so take it as you will. I feel like it probably could be upright. Um, Adele and her music could be relevant here as well. The Crow, the movie, could be relevant here as well, like paying off karma. Um, hmm. They are easily seduced. Yeah, this could be somebody around you. Maybe they don't want you to get too hooked into this person. Firefly is another spirit animal here, in the darkness, the light that emanates, right? So that could be like a spirit animal that you might want to look up. Chaos magic in the reverse. And we saw that in your reading constantly. We got the tower in the reverse twice in two different decks coming out, which is about building that stability, bringing something into stability. But at the same time, we had the ace of swords in the reverse, which means maybe you need to like communicate in order to actually move into the stability. That was one of your action cards. And more than that, this could also mean about keeping certain things private, maybe from certain individuals that are trying to block you or come in your way, right? Like it's giving the vibe of you. You ever have those friends that, like, on your birthday, they try to ruin it? That's not really a friend, right? So, yeah, interesting. Okay, let's grab some extra messages though, because I feel bad that you're reading corrupted and I really wanted to upload it. For Cancer people in placements, messages for Cancers, Cancer people in placements. We have Jupiter about to square Saturn, so it's a bit of a challenging time. I believe Saturn is more strong this time around, and Saturn does not want you to rush anything, right? So that's why your reading got corrupted, because I was rushing. My computer was slow, which is kind of the energy of somebody I thought from your past, trying to block you or slow you down before moving into something, perhaps. And tell us more. But there was a real strong, solid need for you to focus and proclaiming your truth, because you got the Chant card, which is about speaking your truth, your voice. So that could be really important here. Maybe you're preparing to communicate with somebody about a contract, about an opportunity. Yeah, okay, interesting. I love this. Yeah, it's like you're cleansing, you're clearing things away. This could be relationships, people around you as well. There could be a new beginning for you in work as well, or in finances. Or in organizations. This charming woman with flowers in hand, as with the gentleman, her cards command the fortunes revealed once the cards have been placed, unveil the fate destiny traced. We still have some, free will, of course, but yeah, this was, we pulled authority figures and the Celtic card before, and spirituality and religion, which means like your ability to see the truth in your own situation for yourself kind of overthrew maybe some people that were trying to hold you back, or an authority figure or something like that. Tell us more for Cancers. Cancer people in placements, Cancer messages, messages for Cancers, love life. Yeah, so they're just like maybe there's a lack of growth. You could be focusing more on your health at this time, kind of transmuting any negativity into positivity. The chakra card you pulled before the reading went corrupted was I'm motivated to pursue and follow my true purpose, which was 41, I believe, which is about kind of building that strong emotional foundation and focusing on that kind of stuff. Let's see. We have that new moon in Capricorn coming, I believe, on December 30th. Yeah, you could be closing something out or coming to a mastery or taking more control or authority over your life. If you don't control your own life, other people will, right? I am living a pleasurable life. Interesting. Interesting. Tell us more. And there was a solar plexus in the first reading. Tell us more. Cancers. I am open. Yeah, so maybe you were closed off to the abundance and the greatness the universe offers. We saw that in the first reading as well, that there was some kind of opportunity, but something, maybe a sense of melancholy, or maybe this is a Pisces or a Aquarius around you that could be trying to, maybe you're grappling with those kind of people or those kind of ideas. Yeah, there's a new organization or an opportunity for finances, for sure, for self-esteem, for finances here. So let's get, and your advice, your action card was to heal some sense of heartbrokenness, right? So Cancer's most important advice at this time: to lead them towards abundance, clear and concise answers. Thank you. Be open to receive the healing and nurturing you need. Very interesting. And there was something about, you got the B card before, which was sweet results await, as well as 66, which was white raven magic. Let's grab you an angel. Oh, abundance mindset. If you think of abundance as something that happens in the future, it's always a day away. If you think and feel and speak of abundance as something you are currently presently experiencing emotionally and foundationally, that is what you experience, right? You attract effortlessly. And there was something about you coming out of a level of confusion in the first reading, or seeing something clearly, making the right choice on an option or something like that. Yeah, this could be more career based as well, having positivity in that area. Let's see Cancer's messages for Cancer people and placements. Cancer energy. Step out of your comfort zone. I mentioned that in the reading as well, that we don't grow unless we go beyond our comfort zone. So it's funny that it's just reiterating the same messages, going towards that North Node, which is something it might feel, uncomfortable, but it is that growth that you're seeking in North Node. It can be karma, it can be expansion. Tell us more, Cancer people and placements. Yep, celebration, gifts, abundance, beautiful. Like actually willing to hold on to it. With the light there, we saw the spirituality card in your first reading, which was this kind of light or understanding. You could be studying yourself or others. And you can see how she's kind of peering in this card at some kind of circle. You had the Chariot card as well, kind of balancing the light and dark in order to move forward quickly. Yeah, okay. And let's grab you a wisdom of the Oracle. Cancer's most important vital advice at this time: to lead them towards abundance and success. Yeah, there was some kind of like opportunity financially, or for you to kind of come into your power more in your connections, especially as you communicate with others, but also to be adaptable, right? It's very interesting. Cancer people in placements. Blue Tara, yeah, okay. Let's read that. This could be a new contract, a new relationship. Sweet Mother of Peace now bestows her gifts of clarity, peace, and the power to overcome any negative condition. Just as the beautiful lotus grows in muddied waters, you too will arise from confusion, difficult circumstances, and heavy energies into sacred blossoming. If you feel held back or slowed down by your circumstances, remember that your soul has the ability to process all experiences and become stronger, not weaker, through doing so. And again, that kind of slow and steady I was mentioning a lot in your reading about how we cannot rush anything at this time, because you don't want to rush into something that's not meant for you, right? You don't want to solidify yourself in a contract that is not going to benefit you, right? This could be a person or people or an authority figure. The Oracle indicates healing and a positive prediction for a peaceful future, but it's also a great time for you to establish a strong foundation, right? Goddess Tara, represented by many colors, Tara manifests in unlimited forms to accomplish whatever task is required to support the spiritual liberation of all beings. And it was saying something about you were going to become busy soon. Tara can be Samya, gentle, kind, comforting like the moon. She can be Ugra Tara, fierce defender against extreme negativities, wrathful and fearsome. Her multiple forms reminds us of unending resourcefulness of Divine Mother. So there is something about adaptability for sure. Okay, we're all in this together. What happens within one affects all. We can only grow, heal, and awaken together in entirety. There will be some who have the capacity to move ahead, and they will be supported in doing so, yet they are no more important than those struggling to find the path. This does not mean that those with more advanced capabilities should martyr themselves to the lower frequency of their spiritual brothers and sisters, or give up attempting to make individual progress. The more progress we make on our spiritual journey, the more benefit we ultimately bring to the collective, because we are all connected. You cannot, and that's right, we are, and I was mentioning this in your reading, in your first reading, about how we're all just kind of cocktails of astrological transits and placements, but we all come from the same source, right? So we're just different ingredients, different recipes, right? So Tara's is carefully coiled hair, unlike Callie's wild and free hair. And we kept seeing something in your reading about coming into more stability out of some period of challenge or conflict. And I was saying that you almost got stronger through this. This represents her gift of gently taming the wild spirit and providing us with careful, patient, and loving steps to bring ourselves back to peace and empowerment. So this was in that first reading was all about kind of, this is not really a time for you to, listen to others maybe like it is, but it's also a time for you to proclaim your own truth and stand your own ground. And you need to protect your own basis, right? Especially there were some cards that were coming out about somebody looking to use you or something like that. So there is a need for you to, but it said you would not be overcome, that you had more power. So if you have been feeling out of control of yourself or situations, or felt incapable of positively influencing, the Oracle of Blue Tara brings comfort, chaos, and we saw that chaos magic in the reverse will give way to the correct higher order of love. So there could have been some kind of shift here, but there is something about really focusing on loving yourself first to attract the right people and circumstances and dynamics that honor you in the same way. Let there be peace in your heart. As she looks to her right, gazing towards the future, the gift of this oracle is a prediction of a peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future drawing close to you now. Beautiful, peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in your future destiny unfolding. Beautiful. This could be in career. This could be long term. This could have happened after shedding something like your identity or something like that, or a way of being. Could be after a period of travel as well. But very interesting energy for sure. Let's see 8 there with community. I'm really sensing this is just. And I was saying in your first reading that it seemed like there was gossipers or something trying to hold you back, maybe Gemini energy. But let's see 8 here. Being seen and understood by others, and there was something about you kind of coming out of your shell more so. Like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world. Interesting. This oracle signals a new affiliation with a group, and we were seeing that in your first reading as well, some kind of organization of people, a network of people. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our families and communities. So this could be about some opportunities for finances as well. In a community, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, like kinship of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. So maybe after a period of blocking yourself off from the wrong connections, right, you need to kind of reduce the defensiveness, especially towards new connections, but still keep the defensiveness towards connections that aren't serving you. Perhaps you're part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you're in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming the leader. No matter your position, your presence is needed. So you are being called into a connection, especially in like a new contract or relationship. You're discovering the essential qualities you share with another and perhaps those you don't. And that's good because we should all have our own sense of identity in our connections. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the others follow. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is a part of the dance, yet you are also asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in a perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. Wow. Yeah, because as you kind of like have your own foundation and you don't put up with shit, then you're going to call them to kind of step into their own, right? Or they can get the hell out of the kitchen, right? So whenever you're in a community of like minded others, there's a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. It's essential to ask, what can I contribute rather than what can I get from this? Figure out a need and look to fill it. Something meaningful will manifest. Even if what manifests is small, it's a sign that the doors of opportunity swing open wider. There's also another meaning of this card to consider. Don't try to be all things to all people. Choose your role and be true to it. So this could be about you, what you're communicating about, and serve from a sense of authenticity. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing you have purpose. And that's so funny because we had in your first reading, I am motivated to pursue my true purpose. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I apologize for the fact that it died. We'll just say that it was divine timing or whatever, realignment. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. You can get a personal by messaging me on Telegram. You can leave a tip through the Buy Me a Coffee link. Best of luck. Take care.